Hi everyone, this is my third attempt at starting this because actually I started doing the intro at the last place I visited on Wednesday, and when I went to edit it, I just could not get my head around all the little bits and pieces that I wanted to put into sequence. So I'm doing my intro from home, and it's the first time in a while. I like to do it normally out on the location, but here I am at home. So on Monday I went on a bus trip to Dwellingup, and 3 parts of the Bibliman track. We did 10 kilometres over 3 stages, which was really cool, and got a bit breathless, but you know, get the old what do you call it, Ventolin out when you remember, and works wonders. So I did that, and we had lunch at Dwellingup. So you'll see parts of the walk on that, which was quite calming and serene and peaceful and, you know, all that. And then on the Wednesday, I went on another bus trip to Wave Rock, Mulca Cave and Hippo's Yawn. That was really cool, same bus company and same driver, so it was really good. He's quite a good driver, good informative person. So parts of the place we went to on the way, we went through York to start with, and then Quandering or something, said it like that, and Quandering. Queerding, I've got it, Queerding. At Queerding, there's the history of rail, really quite cool place, just to stop off and have a coffee. And then we carried on to Wave Rock. So we left Perth at 7:30 in the morning, and we got to Wave Rock at 1 p.m. So it's only 337 kilometres from Perth, but because we're a tour group, we stopped for coffees and toilet stops and things like that, so it took longer. Somewhere around Queerding and Corrigan, I got that right, there is a dog cemetery, so we stopped there and looked around at the dog cemetery. Some farmer started it up a few years back, quite a way back, and it's quite a big cemetery now. We also stopped at the rabbit-proof fence. The rabbit-proof fence runs from the top of West Australia in the centre to the bottom of West Australia, but halfway down there is a little offshoot that takes it in a circle, and there is also an offshoot that goes across to Geraldton. When I did the Northwest trip last year, we stopped at the rabbit-proof fence up there, the beginning of it, and this time we were at the one that's on the map that shows between Queerding and Corrigan. So you'll get to see the trip, and then there's a bit of a sunset at the end. There's pictures of what each place is about, and I will also put links in the description box, you know, the little V thing, and you drop down and links are there. Saw some lace, old-fashioned lace at Wave Rock in the cafe there. The lady that owns the cafe, she's got a lace museum, a tin soldiers museum, and a little wildlife sanctuary. So I met a couple of my favourite mates up there, the swans. So surprised to see them up there, but anyway, you'll get to hear them chattering away to me. And I've seen the black red-tailed cockatiel. And Mulca Cave is about an Aboriginal boy hundreds of years ago who was ostracised from his family because he was cross-eyed, and in those days cross-eyed meant you were evil. So the family took him to, the story goes that that's my washing machine. The story goes that he was leading them on hunts, and he couldn't hunt correctly. Because he was cross-eyed, everything wasn't working right, you know. And so they ostracised him, and he went into this cave. So there's art, Aboriginal art in there. But anyway, to eat, he had to actually eat the children and the babies that he came was able to find from his tribe. And I don't know what happened to him in the end. I think they killed him, I'm not sure. I'm still trying to get used to the camera, looking at the center of the screen, because I do this on an iPad, so I'm looking at the center of the screen, and the camera's to whatever side I've got it on, turned around at. So it's a bit difficult to actually get it right. I'm trying, but anyway, I'll get there. This is this video. It's a bit long, so it's like about 40 minutes long, which is too long for me, but I wanted to put both trips on the one video, and because I wanted to share so much of the peacefulness and the outback, you get to see a lot of it. So grab a coffee or a beer or a wine and sit down and watch the video. See yous. I'll try and just video the sides. It's beautiful and green. I have to make sure I watch where I'm walking. It's a good track so far. I'm going to do 3 tracks today. 3 different parts of the Biblin track around Dwelling Up area. We'll listen and see if we can hear any birds. There's one. Here we are, returning to the bus for our morning tea, and then we go on to the next track that we'll walk into Dwelling Up for lunch at the hotel. It's a lovely walk. Whoops, doing a little wobble there. So lovely and peaceful. Even you switch off to hearing people talking and just take it in. Oh, here's a little seat. loving this, loving being in the bush. It's beautiful. This is the old forestry train line. Used to bring the logs down here. We're just going to go for another 4-kilometre walk into Dwellingup. This was 4Ks, this walk from the bus to Dwellingup Town Centre. Oh, loving it. Bit puffed, but never mind. Well, we must be getting near the end of this 4K walk, hopefully, and then it'll be time for a break for lunch. I suppose we get an hour, I suppose, and then we go on another walk on another area of the Bibliman track. Here we go, we're still not at the end of this 4K walk. Pretty much knackered, the breathing's getting worse. But then I used my Ventolin. And oh, it's given me new energy. Why didn't I think of that before? Departure times 10:30 AM, 2 PM Saturday and Sundays and public holidays. And there's a list of the times and things. Now there was a fire through here in January, so that's why the trees are pretty thin. But look at that growth. Not as green as where we were before. This is another 3-kilometre walk. It's not full like the last one. Burnt tree trunk. Watch that.
Oh yeah, very rocky. Thank you.
Righty ho, we're walking down into the gully. Somewhere along here's the path.
Oh, the girly, we are on the right road.
Yeah.
Yeah, go through it.
We'll get her, we'll just have, I'll have to sit and
Yeah, swing your legs around.
Yep.
We can do it. We know we can. Yeah.
There's a whole lot of broken wood here.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Sit on your bum and switch your legs around.
all right.
Right, do you want me to help here?
That's fine.
Wait a minute, slipping. That's
Okay,
good.
there's your stick.
Thank you.
You've done it. Well done.
Yeah, I'm glad Helen's not here.
And
She'd
this
have
lady
had a
here is
fit.
84, is it? 84?
84 years.
Not quite 84, 84 and all.
Oh, okay, 83 and a half. You're doing really well.
Yeah, doing fantastic. Both of you are. You've got emphysema, 84. I'm a klutz. We're all doing very well.
We're in a little country town called York. It was established in 1833. We're having a pit stop here, so I just thought I'd come across and take a video of one of the oldest churches. Don't know when it was built, but the buildings here are pretty old. We're driving in a brand new bus at the moment.
So you've got some beautiful old buildings here. There's actually a car museum here on the right, or a museum that's got quite a collection of older cars on the right hand side. And you've got the original courthouse, and there's a the original post office with the clock up in the gable, and the prison, the original prison or jail they call it in those days, is on my right and through in here. And that's the courthouse. They've tastefully restored the buildings here. Beautifully done.
So we're in a little country town called Quairading. We stopped here for morning tea. Quaint little railway station it used to be. Now it's a museum. Those two dogs must have been lost by the same owner. A couple of days of each other.
Back in, I think it was 2014, might have been 2015, they had droughts through here. Somebody made all these toy soldiers. There's lots of old stuff. A carriage. But
used to be pulled by horses. So there's 2 carriages there. No, it's not a real kangaroo. Just to make out it was. Old newspapers from the war years. That's good. Hello. Aren't you beautiful? Hippo's Yawn. That's what it is. It's been there for tens of thousands of years like that. If you look in there, there's a turtle looking, or a frog or something.
And you can actually climb up the back.
So here we are at Wave Rock. The exciting bits to come. They had a lot of rain here last night, so there's water everywhere in places there shouldn't be. Look at this, awesome, beautiful. Look at the colours. This was a dream I had from childhood to come here. I came here about 15 years ago. And I needed to come back again. hope to climb up there, but I don't know whether I'll be able to or not. Right, we've just come up this part. We're climbing up here, and part of it doesn't have steps, it has a chain. So you've got to hold on. Because it will be slippery because it's wet. You have the chain pull yourself up. Reservoir there. Made it to not quite the top, but nearly the top, 3/4 the way up. This will do me. Thank you very much. Catch us in the next video. Bye. Just completed the challenge. See ya. Take care, thanks for watching, and give us a thumbs up, and please, if you want, subscribe, it'd be really cool. Thank you, see yous.